Hello, everyone. Welcome to 5 easy tips on how to improve your self confidence. No bullshit. I'll be honest, this will probably apply most to 2 different types of people. One of which has probably already clicked off the video, which is the I'm the hottest shit ever, I'm the best person in the world type of person. And the other person who thinks they're the biggest loser ever and that nothing that they do matters and they'll always be a loser. Which brings me to my first point. Kill your ego. Now you're probably thinking, my ego? What's that got to do with it? Isn't that me? Isn't that who I am? That's where you'd be wrong. Your ego is your perception of yourself, your abilities, and your place in the world. It's our false self, crafted by, keyword, external influences. So everyone else in your life is telling you what your ego is. So whether it's everyone praising you, telling you are the hottest shit ever, you are the most talented person ever, you are the greatest person ever, or everyone telling you you suck, everyone saying you're a piece of shit, you're a burden, whatever it may be. Both are wrong. Both are wrong. You're not the hottest shit in the world. You're also not the biggest loser on the planet. First of all, there are always going to be people that are better and worse than you. But second of all, you only have a limited experience of your life for you to know whether you're the greatest person or whether you're the worst person. And honestly, the only time you'll ever figure that out is on your deathbed. So whatever the people in your life have told you, whether it was good or bad, whether it has built up your ego or destroyed it, they're wrong. Your ego is based off of your perception of what they believe about you. You need to get rid of that. Your ego is holding you back. Get rid of it. Now you're probably thinking, how do I get rid of it? That brings me to point number 2. Help yourself. You see, a lot of people want to end up helping other people. Or, if you're the hottest shit, you want to take advantage of other people and use them to your devices. Neither of those are good. Neither of those will help you in the long term. If you are constantly relying on other people to do things, whether it be do things for you, whether it be do things with the hope that they eventually return the favor, neither of those are going to help you in the long run. You need to help yourself because everyone else is helping themselves. Everyone else is doing shit for themselves. Everyone wakes up thinking, how am I going to improve my life today? Everyone does. It's not some narcissistic trait. It's called self-preservation, and it's a natural human instinct. Even if you think, oh, I need to help them with that, there's likely some part of you that thinks, I need to help them with that so that in the hopes when I need help, or I think I need help now, so if I help them with that, they'll help me out. It's still helping yourself. So why not cut out the middleman? Why do you have to rely on someone else to help you when you can do things that most of you probably aren't already doing? And you know what those things are. I can give you some examples, but if you don't take care of your own life, you will suffer. And no one knows how to improve your life better than you do. No one. No one on this planet. You're the only one that has lived in your life, that has experienced your experiences, and can understand how to improve yourself and your life. You can tell people, you can try to explain people, but they're going to take their own perceptions and try to change you based off of their perceptions of what they believe about you. Or in the more malignant terms, they're going to take advantage of you and know that you need help and screw you over in some way. Whether good or bad, they still don't know what you need, even if they're actually trying to help you. A lot of people won't actually understand what you need and what you mean by what you say, because their own perceptions, their own beliefs, and their own experiences are going to come out in their advice. So what you need to do is learn new skills. And for those of you that are struggling, that are really just having the worst of it, having a horrible time, I can give you 3 simple things that every person should be doing on a daily basis. 1, some kind of workout. It doesn't have to be going to the gym and benching 225. You don't got to do that. It could just be push-ups on the floor. It could be squats. It could be walking. It could be running. It could be whatever you want. Exercise is actually, surprisingly, supposed to be somewhat enjoyable. All of these gurus that tell you you need to lift 225 in order to be a man or whatever bullshit, fuck them. Fuck what they have to say. Everyone should want to work out so that you can improve your body, so that you can level up your own body. That's it. And it doesn't matter how long it takes. If you are making consistent, gradual increases towards a goal, That's all that matters. Because honestly, if you go in the gym and you try to lift 225, you're either going to die on the bench, you're going to tear a shoulder, you're going to do something that's going to fuck it up. If you're not ready and you're not prepared and you haven't taken the gradual steps to get there, it takes time and it sucks. I hate that it takes time. I get it. But it really does work. When you're doing 5 push-ups and your max is 5, which when I was 225, my max was 5. I couldn't do 5 push-ups. When I was able to easily do 5 push-ups to the point that I got to 10 push-ups about a month later of doing push-ups every other day, I was ecstatic. And it really is just gradually over time making improvements towards the things you do. 2, eat better. A lot of the food in this country is dog shit. Dog shit. McDonald's ain't doing it for you, bro. I hate to break it to you. McDonald's ain't shit. It really ain't shit. I know, as someone who used to be addicted to it, it's hard. It's hard to get rid of it. It's not easy. If you would like to know how I stopped eating McDonald's, I did this thing called the McDonald's Challenge. It was not fun. It sucked ass. Fuck that shit. Also, that was back at a time when McDonald's was cheap. I can't imagine how expensive the McDonald's Challenge is nowadays. I also had about 6 people contributing to it because it was, I lost a fantasy football bet. Point aside, you gotta eat better. There's a lot of dog shit food out there. And unfortunately, they've made it even sneakier than ever. There's a lot of dog shit food out there, and they've put a lot of addictive chemicals into it. And I can't tell you, I'm not a nutritionist. I can't tell you every single chemical that you gotta avoid. You gotta look at the ingredients list and say, can I pronounce that? Is that a real word, or is that like a science word? Why is there science in my food? Maybe that should get your brain thinking, and maybe you'll start to actually look at shit. But honestly, just look at the ingredients list. Can you pronounce half the words on the back of your fucking food? If you can't, it probably doesn't belong in your body. That's just a general guideline to go by. If you can't fucking pronounce it, why are you putting it in your body? And third is get out in the sun at least 15 minutes a day. Whether that's 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes. But make sure you're in the direct sunlight for at least 15 minutes a day. You got to take a break from work. You got to step outside. Everyone should be allowed breaks from their work. Obviously, that's not existent everywhere, which is unfortunate and fucked up in different ways. But then maybe you should be looking to get another job. That being said, get out in the sun for 15 minutes, because I promise you, when the sun gets taken away from you, you'll miss that motherfucker. It makes a dramatic difference on your mood. Seasonal affective disorder is not a joke. It's a serious thing. If you don't get enough sunlight, your mood gets worse, your head gets all foggy, you have all sorts of problems. Get out in the sun. It's great for your skin. It's great for your health. It's great for your mind. It's great for everything. It's 3 simple steps. This leads me to point number 3. Break free. Now you're wondering, break free of what? I'll tell you. Break free of the expectations of others around you. People's expectations of you are based off of what they think is best for you. If people's expectations are holding you back, it's your fault for listening to them. I'm not trying to blame you, dog. I'm just letting you know, if you keep listening to the same morons that are telling you you can't do shit, you won't be doing shit, and it'll be your fault because you listen to those dumb motherfuckers. Only you know what's best for your life. No one else has lived in your body and experienced what you've gone through. You need to get away from people who constantly doubt you. Get away from them. Doesn't matter who they are. Friends, family, whoever the fuck it is. Separate yourself from them. Leave a little space. If they are not good influences on your life, distance will do you wonders from those people. If you have people that are constantly doubting you or holding you back. Or, conversely, if the I'm the hottest shit people are still listening, which they probably have clicked off by this point. If you're still listening, watch out for the people that are constantly raising you up, constantly telling you how great you are, because they might be siphoning some shit off of you, whether it's money, time, resources, energy, girls, guys, whoever it is. They might be stealing from you while you're not looking, because you think they're your best friend because they tell you everything you ever wanted to hear that no one else decided to tell you. Gotta be careful of those people. I think the colloquial term is dick rider. Be careful of those people. Watch their actions. Watch what they do. This leads me to point number 4. This is important. Make mistakes. Now you're saying, why the fuck would I want to make mistakes? I'll tell you. Making mistakes is part of the learning process. There is only so much that you can learn out of a book or from what other people tell you. Times change, so the books and whoever told you the thing can be a product of their time. Now, they probably have some good advice. I'm not saying you should just not read books or that you should just ignore every person's piece of advice. But a lot of the advice can end up being outdated as the times change, as technology grows, as more things change. Everything can be different now. Times will always keep moving forward. The books and the people will stay the same. They probably have helpful advice. There are probably some grains of salt that you can derive from those pieces of advice. But that does not mean you need to live your life by what some book said or by some person said. You need to experience life for yourself and make mistakes. Making mistakes and bouncing back from it is a skill in itself that is very valuable to learn. Being able to take one on the chin and keep moving is such a key to confidence. Understanding that failure is not the end is so important. So you need to stop doubting yourself and learn from your mistakes. Don't beat yourself up. Don't be sitting around thinking, I should have said this, I should have said that. No. Understand what went wrong, understand why it went wrong, and understand how you can move forward from it. It's simple as that. Don't be beating yourself up. Don't say that you're the biggest screw up ever. Everyone makes mistakes. The people that don't make mistakes are lying to you. They're fucking lying to you. Don't listen to them. Because they got enough skeletons in their closet to build a fucking skeleton army, okay? Don't listen to their shit. I've made plenty of mistakes in my life. I've actually made a fuck ton of mistakes in my life. So even me, you should be skeptical of listening to every single word I say. But if any of these points, all of them, should be helpful to you, but only you know what your life is. Just like I said before, stop listening to the expectations of every other person. That includes me. Make sure you're learning from your own mistakes, but don't beat yourself up. There's nothing constructive from constantly putting yourself down. Nothing. This leads me to point 5. Experience life. In the same vein of making mistakes. You can't really experience life if you don't make mistakes. That's why I put it before experience life. No one else, not even me, knows how your life will play out. Having things in your life that no one could have predicted is where you can make the best memories or learn your biggest lessons. Learning how to adapt on the fly is an incredible skill that everyone should learn. Just in the way that you make mistakes and bounce back from them. In the same vein, learning how to adapt on the fly. Plans change. Things change. You can't plan for everything in this life. Being able to go with the flow and adapt on the fly is an incredibly valuable skill that I personally learned by fucking up over and over and over and over again. In different places, in different times, in different things. But it gave me the skill to be able to just go with the flow, adapt on the fly. Not everything in this life can be prepared. And usually, the people that over-prepare for everything, the first impediment towards whatever they wanted, the first thing that goes wrong in their plan, their whole brain gets screwed. And they end up basically in shock. Don't be one of these people. Understand that life is constantly changing and evolving. And to say stay so stuck and rigid in whatever you believe is only going to bite you in the ass. Live your life, not anyone else's.